says that demand has increased, it means we're talking about shift to the right. Increase means shift to the right, right? If the question says quantity demanded, then we automatically assume that this question is talking about movement, right? So I'm going to just end your surprise and let's go towards the practical example here, how the demand and the law of supply and demand, works together. So we have a market of ice cream. Here we go. So this is the market of ice cream. And right now we are here, right? Buyers are buying, sellers are selling at this point. What happened here? This is the initial one. In the market supply is 7, market price is 2. What happened right now? Hot weather increases the demand for ice cream. Apply 3-step process. So everyone, please pay very close attention to this discussion here. Law of supply and demand together. So this is a market of ice cream. What happened if new event occur here? A hot weather increases the demand for ice cream. So this is the market for ice cream. Why? How we know that? Because this is the price of ice cream. This is the quantity of ice cream. We can also write it down here. This is the market of ice cream. And how we call this market? Because suppliers are there and buyers are there. Let's talk about this. So what will happen if hot weather increases the demand for ice cream? So remember, this is a case of demand or this is a case of supply? The question itself says demand. So this is a case of demand. So this is a case of shift or movement. Since question says increases the demand, it means, look at here. If question says change in demand, not the word quantity here, it means a shift. So hot weather increases the demand, which means we're talking about shift. Direction is positive. Positive means shift to the right. So let's talk about this. So demand curve shift to the right. Third one, new equilibrium. New equilibrium. Where is new equilibrium? And on new equilibrium, what happened here? This is the new equilibrium and this is the new equilibrium price. Now question is, demand is increased, but what happened to supply? Supply curve experiences movement from E1 to E2. So in this case, suppliers increase the supply. So law of supply there, yes, because price increase, quantity also increase, right? Price increase, quantity also increase. And demand, what happened? Demand also increased. Due to price? No, other factor. Which factor? Hot weather increases the demand for ice cream, which means people taste have changed. Understand? So let's see in a very nice diagram, because I don't have a very good drawing. So I apologize for that one. Let's have a very professional diagram here. See, hot weather increases the demand for ice cream, shift to the right one, right? And we have a new equilibrium, and on new equilibrium, the quantity is 10 and the price is 2.5. That doesn't mean this is a case of surplus. Why? Because in surplus, the market is not in equilibrium, but this market is in equilibrium. See, quantity supplied is equal to quantity demanded, 10. Both are 10. Now everybody understand that?
Yeah.
Everyone, please. Jacob, David, Fike, Kim,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Jody, Marilyn,
Yeah.
Miriam,
Yes.
Nam, Osama, Pinho, Rodrigo,
Yeah.
Yes.
Mimi.
Yes.
Yes.
Do we have Mimi here? No? Okay. Right? Now answer this question. This is the market for ice cream. And now what happened? Okay. Sorry. An increase in the price of sugar reduces the supply of ice cream. Now, apply three-step process. This is a case of supply or demand. Supply. Direction, shift or movement. So this is reduces the supply. There is no word quantity here. It means it's a case of shift. Reduce the supply mean shift to the left. So we have to make a new supply curve here. Now finding out new equilibrium. What is the new equilibrium? Here we go. Right? Because of input prices rises, now suppliers decrease the production, which causes in the market price to increase, quantity to decrease. Now the new equilibrium price would be 2.5 with equilibrium quantity 4. Understand?
Yeah.
If you understand, then please, I think, yeah, then please answer this question as well. Everyone, let me just read this question. Consider the following events. Scientists reveal that eating oranges decreases the risk of diabetes. And at the same time, farmers use a new fertilizer that makes oranges tree produce more oranges. So you have to illustrate and explain what effects these changes have on the equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity of oranges.
I think there will be a new equilibrium price, but it will be the same as the old one, or maybe a little bit more or less, because the scientists, when they say
That
that,
is, so you just think, right? So
the same, but with a shift in both supply and demand. So the equilibrium
very
will.
nice, very nice, very nice. Why? Because at the same time, so up till now, what we have learned, only one, shift, and other curve is the same. Other curve remains the same, which means other curve experience movement along the curve, and the new curve shift to the right or left. Then we find a new equilibrium. But what happens if both changes? So let me just give you this example here. So this is the market for orange. This is the price of orange. This is the quantity of orange. So this is, first of all, if there is a market, it means this is a supply. This is the demand of the orange. Now, what happened? The scientist says that it will decrease the risk of diabetes. What will happen? What will happen on demand? So this is the case of demand, right? Because scientist says eating oranges decreases the risk of diabetes. So it will happen that demand of the oranges in common people or the consumer rises. Why? Okay, Osama and Miria, I got your I got your answer. Okay. Wait. But can you hear me, Osama?
Yeah, I hear you. I just didn't want to.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You
If
got my message.
your phone shuts down, so don't worry about that. You can always go to our YouTube channel and see the videos over there.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, sir.
So scientists reveal that eating oranges decreases the risk of diabetes. So this will affect the demand. How? Because now buyers will eat more oranges. So this will not affect the supply. Why? Because producing oranges will not decrease the risk of diabetes. Only eating, and who eats that? Buyers. So it will affect the demand. The second one is at the same time, farmer uses new fertilizer that makes oranges tree produce more oranges. So this event increases both demand and supply, right? So more, which means this is a case of shift, demand both will shift to the right, supply also shift to the right. And third, new equilibrium. So our three-step process is complete. Let's draw these. First one. I think I need to make a very clear diagram because we don't have scale here. So I'm just using my hands. So I will give you my best drawing. Here we go. So for example, this is the supply and this is the demand. What happened now? Supply, shift to the right, shift to the right, S2. Demand, shift to the right, so demand shift to the right as well, D2. And where is our new equilibrium? Because supply already shifted and demand already shifted, right? So our new equilibrium, our previous equilibrium was here, right? And our new equilibrium now here. And